A former banker doubles down on his idea that AMC will hit $500,000 a share. And this is actually an idea that a lot of people in the community have been throwing around now for a while. We were seeing before $100,000 a share. We're seeing $500,000. Heck, I've been seeing people saying $800,000 a share. And there are people out there that look at these kinds of numbers and they say, this is way too out of the realm of anything that's realistic. You're just going way overboard with this, right? But you got to look at some of the other facts. The thing is that back a couple months ago, we had from Adam Aron, the CEO of AMC, he's actually acknowledged that 80% of the shares were documented as being owned by the regular retail investors. The other 20% was kind of debatable, and there were suggestions back then that the institutional positions were around 15% or so. We just recently got information that the institutions now account for approximately 30%. And it's actually being suggested that the regular retail investors, well, we've been actually buying more than what we had before. So what you're looking at is a very high likelihood of what's transparently being shown is 110%, which doesn't make any sense when there's only supposed to be 100% of shares. In addition to that, we're not even counting the shorts. The shorts could position themselves as another 30%. So right there, we're looking at about 130 to 140% over 30 to 40% over the actual free float at 130% or 140%, right? And that's not including all this other data and analytics that's been coming out that's suggesting that we're way beyond these numbers because of synthetic shares and naked shorts. So what this individual said is no one understands how this works, and many shills will say I'm wrong, but allow me to give you some background. I worked in the banking industry from 2006 to 2011. I graduated from Wharton in 2000 with a degree in analytics. My first job was at Bank of America downtown Orlando, followed by Owen Federal Bank from 2008 to 2009. I can go on, but let me get to the point, and I'll keep it as smooth-brained as possible. Shorts on AMC are effed. The system has been playing hot potato with risk, selling risk into the market, so risky investors hold bags of crap. In order for market makers to balance the books, they need to buy and burn billions of shares. We're not talking millions because we're in the millions right now of what exists. Everything that's being documented here suggests that there are billions of shares. This is a historic time that we're in right now, guys, and there's lots of information out there. If you're just now finding out about this and it sounds too good to be true, go look at the other information. Go look at the other videos that I've been pulling up and talking about, man. There's so much that's on the table with this that keeps suggesting this. Go look at the dark pool information, just for example. Right now, we can actually see that there are 1.2 million shares available to borrow. There's also 3.3 million ETF shares available to borrow. We were recently seeing this actually at 0 shares available to borrow, but this will fluctuate per day. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. For this Friday, there's now 341,000 out of the money call options. And remember, with the call option, there's 100 shares per actual option contract. So that's 341,000 times 100. So that's 34 million shares that are potentially on the table right now just for this Friday alone. And as far as the dark pool activity goes, there's 66% of every trade that's taking place over there. That means only about 34% in the last day is actually occurring on the regular trading markets, you know, Robinhood or Webull or Fidelity, like those kinds of things. So they're doing everything through these. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I've talked a lot about this stuff before, and I'm still surprised, by the way, that this says not available. I thought it was going to be updated, but it didn't even actually get to that point. As far as for AMC for the day, down a little bit here. Volume extremely low, 57.7 million shares. Guys, when the volume gets really low like this, what's the opposite? Ends up getting high, right? So the high volume that will be kicking in, the question is, what direction is it going to go? And based on everything that you've been hearing, it's not financial advice, but it's definitely leaning more towards the upside than the downside. We'll have to wait and see how this continues to play out. Just finishing up with this, what this is saying, if in order for market makers to balance the books, they need to buy and burn billions of shares. If no one sells, the squeeze will halt at a price cap set by the DTCC. It will be well over $1 million. If every paper hand sold after the halt, be prepared for cash out limits. The price will not drop but go up. Shorts bought the sell off and burn the shares. Round 2, halt at a lower ridiculous price. We hold, price spikes. More paper hands. Shorts bought the sell off and burn the shares. Share burning will continue until all shares are accounted for. If no one sells, the price will glitch but continue to rise. Side note, if every paper hand, every institution, every hedge fund, every index sold off AMC at $300, shorts would still need to buy back and burn over 900% of the float. 500,000 is not a meme. 500,000 is the floor. What do you guys think about this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. It's great to have you guys here. Please keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I shared is my own opinion. It's my own research. I encourage you guys, as always, to do your own research with this stuff. And also, if you're new, feel free to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like button, share the video on social media if you think other people would find this to be interesting. And I will see you guys in the next episode.